Mrs. O'Flaherty's cat. Mrs. O'Flaherty's cat was strolling around, looking at this, looking at that. He decided it was time to buy a new hat, so people would look, say what a nice chap. He went to a shop just full of new hats, some very large, some very small. "I want a new hat," he said with a smile, "to wear in the park, to wear in the sun." He picked one in green, with a very large brim. He thought it was grand, it really was him. But Tom from the green was not to agree. "A very nice hat, but where is the feather?" There was not a feather, not one sticking out, from bottom to top, not even a sprout. Inside or out, not a feather was seen. On a featherless hat, old Tom was not keen. "Feathers are fashion," said Tom with a frown. "You're just not in style in this part of town." Mrs. O'Flaherty's cat was ever so sad. He rolled on his back and cried buckets of tears, till Smiler the ginger, who lived down the road, yawned and pointed a scruffy front paw to a very large bird asleep on the lawn, who was taking no notice of the crying or fuss. "A bird of that size wouldn't miss one or two," whispered Ginger quite softly and half in a snooze. Mrs. O'Flaherty's cat looked at the lawn, then scratching his chin, he gave a big grin. He started to creep on the path to the lawn, softly behind where the hollyhocks grow, through pansies and daisies, creeping quite low. A quick spring and jump, a leap, then a pounce. The jump was well made. He landed just right. His whiskers were grinning, his eyes were alight. Mrs. O'Flaherty's cat took a start, took a stop. Oh golly, oh gosh, what is it he'd caught? The bird was much bigger than he had first thought. It was bigger than he. It was bigger than Tom. It was bigger than Mrs. Oak's Labrador dog. It was bigger than Lizzie's new pony she'd bought. Mrs. O'Flaherty's cat hadn't seen, hadn't heard, had never before seen an ostrich before in Hampton Park Green.